In the Nguni culture, the reed dance is the crown jewel of our identity. But there is a hidden science within the reed. Occultists teach that the spinal cord is the stem of the Sacred Lotus, the ladder connecting earth to heaven. It is no coincidence that our maidens, whom we call the flowers of the nation, carry the reed. They are the living symbols of a spinal column that must remain unbent and unblemished. For the divine spark to enter the earthly realm, it requires a pure vessel. The purity of the maiden ensures that the vessel of the nation remains a conductor for the spirit. On the 23rd, the men sealed the seed at the base. Now, on the 25th, the oil reaches the most sacred checkpoint, the heart. In the geography of the soul, this is Jerusalem, the city of peace. Biologically, this is the cardiac plexus, a brain in its own right, within the sacred architecture of Shembe's 12-room mansion. This represents Gate 10, assigned to the disciple Simon. Here, the vagus nerve, the holy wanderer, acts as the great connector, the biological bridge between the density of matter and the lightness of spirit. It is the electrical current that keeps the altar fire burning. When the heart is emptied of bitterness and the noise of the world, the vagus nerve stabilizes the body's frequency, allowing man to contact the underlying God substance. This is the maiden phase, the balsamic moon, where the seed is purified by the rhythmic breath of the lungs and the high-vibrational resonance of the heart. To understand the 25th, we must look to the sky. This is the balsamic moon phase, the final sliver of light before the moon vanishes into the darkness of the new moon. Biologically, the physical body is at its lowest energy, but the spiritual antenna, the pineal gland, is at its highest psychic sensitivity. This is the living realization of the parable of the 10 virgins. Your lamp is your nervous system, and the oil is the sacred secretion refined within your spine. By gathering on the 25th, the maidens act as the wise virgins. They empty their vessels of the world's heavy frequencies to make room for the pure light of the coming cycle. There is a biological secret held within the unblemished state, a high retention of phosphorus, the wick that allows the internal oil to glow. Shembe understood that the purity of the maidens was not just a moral standard, but a spiritual leverage. We see this in the victory of the land known as the Land of the Frenchma in KwaZulu-Natal. When the landowners reneged on their agreement and mocked Shembe, they asked with contempt, "What God is there in a brown man?" They believed the law of men had refused him, but Shembe knew a higher law. He understood what many have forgotten. You do not fight a spiritual war with earthly weapons. He summoned the maidens of the Zulu nation. They went to that land, plucked grass to make coils, and knelt upon them in prayer. This coil is a symbol of unity and love, the very image and likeness of our Creator. By kneeling on that symbol, the maidens aligned themselves with their true inherent nature. Their absolute purity of thought dissolved the ill intent of men. The landowners returned on foot, no longer riding the high horse of ego, because the frequency of the heart had folded the land beneath the feet of the righteous. When you look at the 14th, 23rd, and 25th together, you see a perfect biological engine. The 14th mothers stabilize the solar plexus and love and serotonin. The 23rd men use the sacral pump to protect the seed in strength and discipline. The 25th maidens act as the unblemished antenna for vision and purity. Shembe was a master of community resonance. He knew that if 1,000,000 people vibrate together, they create a stationary wave stronger than the moon itself. This mass synergy generates the heat needed to melt the oil so it can rise to the crown. We did not lose the land for a lack of courage. Our ancestors possessed a bravery that dwarfs the modern spirit. The true question is not why they fought, but why the heavens allowed the shield to fail. We cannot hope to solve a spiritual displacement with earthly methods alone. Shembe stood as the living proof that when the internal vessel is purified, the external world must realign. It was not through the sword, but through an unyielding purity of intent that he reclaimed the soil. To win back the soil, we must first win back the soul. The land we walk upon is a mirror of the spirit within us, governed by a sacred alignment that transcends borders. But what if this alignment is written into the very earth itself? In our next video, we journey into the geography of the soul, where we will unlock the mysteries of the 31 degrees east, Meridian, the invisible spine of the continent, and the spiritual ley line that connects the heavens to the heart of the land. If this video resonated with you, like, share, and subscribe. Please consider supporting the channel by scanning the QR code or click the link in the description box.